Hi everyone, my name is Ana Paula and I am going to talk about a little bit of the work of José Clemente Orozco and his life in the class of Mexican culture and identity. Who was José Clemente Orozco? Well, he was one of the most famous muralist and painter during the 20th century. And he was a very important part of the Mexican muralist movement in that time. He was born in Jalisco in 1883. As we have seen in class, this time in Mexico was the Porfiriato. A lot of different changes was happening during that time in Mexico. A lot of was before the revolution starts. So the people was starting to rebel against government and against the power. So José Clemente Orozco in his work do a lot of satire, use a lot of satire elements, so to criticize government. So that's why I think that is one of my favorite muralists. So I will continue explaining about his life. He re-entered to the Academy of San Carlos at a very young age because, first of all, he studied agronomy and he lost his arm. He was born in a very poor family and he didn't have a lot of different opportunities to study and develop. So his parents dedicate to the agriculture. So his father say that he has to study that, but in an accident in a laboratory when he was studying agriculture, he lost his left hand. So after that accident, he talked a lot that he was like, he think that he was born again, so he started to do whatever he wants and he's patient. He started in a very young age, drawing and illustrating. Let's talk about a little bit of his style and inspiration. He used to create impressive and realistic paintings. He worked a lot with Mexican themes and scenes of the daily life, but he works transformed by the time when the civil war in Mexico, the revolution broke out. He supported Mexican armed forces. He started to create satiric work, social criticism. He started to use a lot of historical subjects. And I think that that's why, as I say, I love his work. He used a lot of elements about justice, labor rights, social classes, and how does European sometimes make us feel like if we were, I don't know how to say, inferior. So he talked about a lot of things like that. I really like it. And one I want to talk about, I discovered his art in La Suprema Corte de Justicia de la Nación. He has 4 different muralists and I love them completely. He has this one that is La Justicia, that is in dos frescos, is in 2 different parts, 2 different parts. He say that one part is like the real justice, the justice about the real men, the corruption, and the other one is the metaphysic justice, how justice has to be. And he used a lot of different elements in order to communicate that. One other work that I really like is, I think that its name is Las Riquezas Nacionales, and he wants to represent all the richness, the diversity that Mexico has. So I really feel represented with his work, with all the subjects he used to represent Mexico. He was very brave. He criticize government. Actually, he has to leave Mexico for a while time because he criticized government, and government, we know that don't like those kind of things. So I really, really, really admire him. I admire his work, and I think that me as Mexican I am represented in that, in his moralism, and I am very proud of it. Thank you very much.